Aircraft carrier is a designation for warships that contain a large number of combat aircraft. Its task is to transfer air power into the naval fleet in support of naval operations. Besides that, it is also used as an operations command center and as a deterrence force or to provide a deterrent effect on opponents. As ships carrying aircraft carriers have a higher combat flexibility than other types of warships. In addition to combat use, carriers also have other functions such as reconnaissance, air superiority, or providing assistance. During the 2004 tsunami, the United States Navy deployed one of its aircraft carriers, the USS Abraham Lincoln, to provide humanitarian assistance to victims, search for missing people, and transport victims' bodies. As of February 2023, there were 47 active aircraft carriers in the world operated by 14 navies. The United States Navy has 11 large nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, each carrying about 80 combat aircraft, and is the largest carrier in the world, in addition to its carrier fleet. The U.S. Navy has 9 amphibious assault ships which are used primarily for helicopters, although each of these ships also carries up to 20 vertical or short takeoff and landing fighter jets, and is similar in size to aircraft carriers. Medium-sized fleet. The United Kingdom, India and China each operate 2 aircraft carriers. France and Russia each operate 1 aircraft carrier with a capacity of 30 to 60 fighters. Italy operates 2 light V-STOL carriers, and Spain operates 1 V-STOL aircraft carrier strike. Helicopter carriers operated by Japan, France, Australia, Egypt, South Korea, China, Thailand and Brazil. Several countries planning or currently building aircraft carriers in the future are China, France, India, Russia, South Korea, Turkey and the U.S. History of aircraft carriers. The aircraft carrier was first used by the British Navy, but until the Second World War, Western countries including the United States were still reluctant to use it as a major naval force. The conventional concept of the naval fleet at that time was dominated by heavy cruisers, cruising ships, destroyers with large enough cannons. It was the Imperial Japanese Navy that used aircraft carriers effectively at the start of World War II. As a result of the maritime agreement between Britain, America and Japan as well as France and Germany, it was agreed that a tonnage ratio of 5.5, 1,5, 1.5 for the United States, Britain, Japan, France and Germany made Japan outsmarted by making medium-sized aircraft carriers, but equipped lethal air power even reaped the wrath of the military itself. Evidence of Japanese engineering is the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 9, 1941, which made the West aware of the function of aircraft carriers which can carry out deadly attacks on enemy target installations. At the start of the Pacific War, Japan had 6 aircraft carriers, namely Akagi, Kaga, Soryu, Hiryu, Shokaku, and Zukaku, and 2 light aircraft carriers, namely Hosho and Ryuyo. The Japanese lost 4 carriers at the Battle of Midway, namely Akagi, Kaga, Soryu and Hiryu. Since then, Japanese offensives using aircraft carriers have been stopped and have become meaningless. CV is the code for aircraft carrier. But often people think that from the start, CV is short for carrier vessel, namely shipping carrier. However, C stands for cruiser, whereas V is voler, French for fly, and is the code for airplane. So that the actual meaning of CV is an aircraft carrier cruiser. Because in the past, when the USS Langley first came out, the United States, as the holder of a patent for this model classification, did categorize aircraft carriers as derivatives of cruisers. However, following the post-Washington Naval Treaty reclassification, aircraft carriers were finally separated from cruisers, aka standing alone. Thus, The definition of CV used until now as an aircraft carrier no longer has anything to do with cruisers.